Are you following or fearing? We live in a culture that runs on anxiety. From the morning news feed to our daily task lists, the underlying message is always the same. Keep up, do more, don't fall behind. Unfortunately, it is tragically easy to slip this same frantic mindset into our spiritual lives. We take our cultural anxiety, dress it up in religious language, and call it discipleship. But there is a massive difference between a life driven by fear and a life led by following. When we look closely at the Gospels, Jesus invited people into relationship using 3 specific phrases: come to me, learn from me, and follow me. The order of these invitations isn't accidental. When we scramble the sequence, we end up living in a constant state of spiritual fear. But when we walk through them in order, they unlock a beautiful, sustainable freedom. 1. The trap of following out of fear. What happens when we try to jump straight to the action? When Jesus says, follow me, it is a radical high-stakes command. It is the call to leave the tax booth, drop the fishing nets, step out of our comfort zones, and move into challenging territory. It demands feet on the ground and an active mission. But if you try to follow before you have done anything else, your driving force is almost always fear. Fear of not being good enough, fear of disappointing God, fear of missing out on your purpose. When you follow out of fear, Jesus feels less like a savior and more like a demanding supervisor. You treat your life like a performance review, constantly checking boxes, terrified of making a mistake. It is the fastest route to legalism, exhaustion, and eventual burnout. 2. Reversing the engine, come and learn. First, Jesus never intended for us to run on the fuel of fear. To cure our anxiety, he offers a specific, beautiful sequence that anchors the soul before asking the feet to move. Step 1. Come to me. Proximity over performance. Before Jesus ever asks you to do a single thing for him, he invites you to simply be with him. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. Notice the condition for entry. You just have to be tired. You don't need a resume, a cleaned-up life, or a flawless track record. Come to me is about intimacy, safety, and a change of location, moving from a place of distance to absolute proximity. It is the reminder that you are loved for whose you are, not how much you produce. This is where fear begins to melt away. Step 2. Learn from me. Transformation of the heart. Once you are close enough to breathe, he invites you into a new rhythm. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart. Matthew 11:29. In the ancient world, a yoke joined a young ox to an experienced one, so they could walk and pull a load together at a synchronized pace. Jesus isn't asking you to carry a heavier burden. He is asking you to step into his yoke and let him set the stride. He doesn't teach a rigid checklist of rules. He teaches an inner posture of gentleness and humility. This is where your heart shifts from anxiety to genuine soul rest. Step 3. Follow me. Purpose for the feet. Only after your identity is secured by coming and your heart is reshaped by learning do the instructions move to your feet. Now, follow me is no longer a heavy obligation driven by fear. It is a joyful response driven by love. You move out into the world, leaving your comfort zones behind because you are running on an entirely different kind of fuel, the ultimate release. The beautiful truth of the gospel is that Jesus always provides the release before he asks for the sacrifice. He spiritually released the people of his day from the crushing weight of legalistic religious systems. And at the end of his life, when the authorities came to arrest him in the Garden of Gethsemane, he physically stepped between his terrified disciples and the guards, saying, "If you are looking for me, then let these men go." John 18:8. He took the pressure, the trial, and the ultimate weight so that we could walk away in absolute freedom. An audit for the soul. If you are feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or fearful today, take a moment to audit the sequence of your life. Are you trying to follow without taking the time to come? Are you running hard on the outside while your inner heart has refused to learn his gentle, humble pace? Give yourself permission to pause. Step out of the spiritual hustle. You don't have to perform to be accepted. Step back to the starting line today and listen to the only voice that matters. Come to me first, he said. The rest will follow.